So let's start by taking number 1 as an input, and because we are taking input as a number because we have to perform calculations with it, so we will use the function called eval. This converts whatever input the user gives into a number. So this will take user's input so if I play this, you can see it right here. It says enter a number. Now we want the user to enter some kind of operator so we can do the operations. So in the for now we don't want it to be a number, so we won't be writing eval or int. We will just write input and as I told you before, we are doing a basic calculator, so it will only have a few inputs. So again, now we want another number, so I will just copy it like that and make the necessary changes. So that's all for part 1. Welcome to part 2. So let's see. Now we want the computer to calculate what the user has given us. So what we will do is, let's just see if operator is equal to plus, then print your answer is plus d. I will create d as a new variable up here. num1 plus num2. This should work if we play it right now. As you saw, it works. So I will copy it for the other operators. So now if we see here, we have 4 operators. So first was add, then let's do minus. Okay, then we also had multiply, subtract, and add. So now, because we are converting the input the user gives to an integer, if the user enters something like A or B, then the game will, or the calculator will crash. So to prevent it showing up such a mess, what I will do is I will make it a try here. So try, and so try this whole thing, and if it gets an error, it will be expecting us to give it an accept statement. So let me type an accept, and there are multiple type of error like value error, but if any error happens here, we can just write exception. This will include all the errors that can happen, and then we can say that print you uh, you need to enter an integer or a number. So if I save and play this, you need to enter a number, so it won't show up as an error. So now we have this working, but the problem is the user can enter anything for operators also. So if I enter an operator, so let me just enter an operator here. So enter a number. What? Oh yeah. So if I enter an operator like this factorial one, it will say enter another number. Then I enter something like 4. Oh, wait. Enter a number 4, enter an operator, this one, enter another number 5. What happened here? Here it is. So it won't show up with anything, it will just end it there. So we need to enter an else statement also, just in case the user enters something that we didn't program the computer for. So what do we want to do is say print you need to enter one of the operators above. So this should take care of everything, I suppose. Let's test it out. Out here, let me test it out by entering. Yep, it worked. 3. Let me enter another operator. You need to enter one of the operators above. You enter another number, so let me need to enter a number. Yep, it's working. Now just to make sure that the user really did want that sequence, I will make another input variable there saying did you need plus uh, str string a, sorry, num1 plus str num2. So now let's do this for each and every other elif statements we have, and modify them accordingly. Here we want a minus sign, here we want a multiply sign, here we want minus sign, so we forgot divide. And let's just make it the sign so we learn at school, which is an x for multiply. So we should be having it working. Let me just format it a bit. Yep. So see you in the next part. Welcome to part 3. Here we will make it go on forever, which means we will make it continuous. To make it a continuous, we need a loop called while true, and what we will do is we will just highlight all our code, and so this will go on until it gets an error, or we use a command to stop it from going on. 3 plus, enter another number, 45, enter. So as you can see, it's going on forever. But that's not what I mean. So plus let's just do this for everyone else. Okay, so now let me just add an if statement. If a was y, and just a minute, let me just give it to option y or n. Control V, control V. Yeah. So if A was Y, which stands for yes, Y, or A was capital Y, then we want to do this. Control X and control V. here if A was equal to N, which stands for no, or A was equal to capital N, then we want it to continue, which will make it go to the top of this loop here. So if we run it with just to see if it's safe, all the programs are running. Did you mean that? Yes. And 56 plus, enter another number, 6, no. What's happening? Something's wrong here. Let me just break this terminal and now run it. Or we need to do another adjustment before we can play this thing. So now if it gives me this answer, then I want it to ask C is equal to input to you wish to continue. Yes or no, and backslash n. So if C is equal to y, or C is equal to capital Y, then also continue. Elif C is equal to N, or C is equal to capital N, then we want it to break, which will stop this loop. Else break. So now if I copy this whole loop thing up from up here and I paste it there, tab, 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 perfect. we run it now? 56, enter an operator. Operator, add, enter another number. No. Control X. Just a minute, guys. So I figured out the problem. It was that my terminal was broken, so let's test it out again. 45, add 45, enter. Yes, yes. 45, add 45. No. 45, add 45. 45, 45, add 40, 45. Yes. Do you wish to continue? No. Yeah, it's working now. So, meet you in the next part. So in the previous part we made this game run forever. Now I want to show you how our game or calculator looks like. So let me start this up. Add, or let's do divide for a change, enter another number. Okay, that's weird. 45 divide. What? Let me do add this time. 45 add 45, enter. Yes, enter. No. So let's see where's the divide sign. Okay, we didn't change it here, so divide. Yeah. Now it should be running properly. 45 divide 5. Yup. 9.0. And as you might have noticed, it gave the addition of the answer of the addition without the decimal point, but it does division with the decimal point. So that's another thing to notice. So 45, if I enter an infinite division like 9, let me do something else. No, I will 1 divide by 3. Yes, so this will give you the answer round the last digit shown there, and it can do some pretty good maths. Let me just show you. Just a minute. Yeah. So you can do the maths like till wherever the capacity of your computer goes. Like I can enter crazy numbers and it will still be able to figure them out. Yes. So as you saw, I entered two very big numbers and it has given me the output correctly, I suppose. So thanks for watching.